Good morning. My name's Alan Mayer. I'm a retired Anglican priest, and I'm introducing the Bible to you in 365 short readings. We are at the moment looking at the way the Bible uses creation and farming and agriculture and the world of nature to describe our relationship with God. We are on day 47, and this is Luke's version of the story about the fig tree. Then Jesus told this parable. A man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came looking for fruit on it, and found none. So he said to the gardener, "See here, for 3 years I've come looking for fruit on this fig tree, and still I find none. Cut it down. Why should it be wasting the soil?" He replied, "So let it alone for 1 more year, until I dig round it and put manure on it. If it bears fruit next year, well and good. But if not, you can cut it down." Back on day 45, we saw Mark's take on a story that was being told about a fig tree that Jesus had cursed. I explained then that today's parable, discovered by Luke and included in his gospel, may be descended from the same source, but this time it appears more believably as a parable. The original was probably once again Jesus using the vineyard as a metaphor for the Jewish nation, derived from the prophet Isaiah and others, and criticizing the nation for not bringing forth fruit in one way or another. They did not produce sufficient good behavior in themselves, neither did they put enough effort into bringing the knowledge of God and salvation history to the nations. Luke, writing around 80 to 90 AD, was well aware that Jesus had been teaching in the years leading up to 30 AD, and that Jerusalem had been sacked and depopulated in around 70 AD. Some scholars say that this had an effect on how Luke saw Jesus' teaching on the subject. So it is just possible that the horticulturalist advising a stay of execution for the fig tree might have been Luke's tweaking of the original story. We have other sayings of Jesus that predict the destruction of Israel, but these too are only found in Gospels written after the 70 AD destruction. But it remains entirely possible that the story as it stands is just as Jesus told it. At this distance, it is hard for us to tell. We have to read the scriptures with a mind to the world the writers were living in and affected by. When we do so, we gain a better feeling for their circumstances and the urgency of their writing. The grace of God is not diminished by our mindfulness, and our empathy for these writers only increases. Well, tomorrow we go out into wilder country, away from horticulture and up onto the remote hills where the shepherds share the rough countryside with their flocks. See you tomorrow.